Hi, everybody. We'll wait a minute or two for this to kick in. Sorry for the coughing. Say that now because I'm sick. I'm worse than I was yesterday. It's no fun. So we'll see who is here. Hello, where is Joletta and Colton? Hi. So I think right now it's just you and I. And oh, there's Val. Hi, hon. How are you? There we go. Do that for Val. I already took Thursday off, and I was feeling so much better yesterday. And then this morning, I woke up and everything is just so sore, all right from here to here in the bronchial tubes. And I just hurt. So Mike goes to work at 3. His room is the warmest room in the house. So when my live is done and he's gone to work, I'm going to bed in his room because there's no heat in my bedroom. My dad, in his infinite wisdom, rather than pay a plumber to fix a leaking radiator, just turn that radiator off. Oh, joy. And where the tree broke my house, that porch roof where there's gaps leads right to my bedroom. So the floor gets freezing cold. And I see I made a mess of my shirt and I tried to rinse it and it didn't come out. So I think I just destroyed another long sleeve shirt. I hope so too. Because I don't want pneumonia. And this is just, I mean, I'm on antibiotics. So this was a surprise to feel worse and so badly worse. But I had, I had me early days. I had that nasty virus that was going around in 2020. And it, because I was sleeping on my stomach when it hit. So instead of dropping back and down into the lungs, it went forward and was all in my bronchial tube. So they can seriously make massive amounts of gunk in there, which makes for a problem. No, Marcy, I haven't. So if you get anything today, I will pack it with it because I haven't sealed that envelope and I didn't get it. It's sitting down here in an envelope, but I didn't get it weighed. So, and invoiced. So I do. I have one of those oil-filled heaters. And I also, I was born with a heart murmur. All the girls in my family are. Most of them grow out of it. I didn't. So I have a hard time regulating body temperature, and my body temperature tends to run a bit low anyway. So I get cold very easily. And it is a very windy day here, and the house is from 1911. And I have more faith in the insulation in the 1911 part than I do in the 1935 part. Just because the 1935 part is where most of the big falling apart problems are. Hey, has anybody else noticed, because I haven't had to buy this in a long time, how small the bottles are? There's like 4 doses in there. That's it. Used to get a big bottle. Oh, you're by Detroit. I remember we drove through Detroit, I think. The first family vacation I really kind of remember was Michigan, and the only thing I really remember, because I was a wee little one, was being in Holland, Michigan. So yeah, my sleeping bag finally bit the dust, but Mike just bought himself a new one. So I'm getting a new one for in my room. So yeah, it's all getting smaller and the prices are getting higher. And it's a lot of it, sadly, is just price gouging by the corporations. They're just reminding us that they and their lobbyists are running everything. Doesn't matter who's in office where. They have control of the prices and how much we get for those things. And so many of them are boasting record profits. I could see why preppers are going back to doing handmade stuff and growing your own garden. I could completely understand that. Oh, Marcy, nah, you're not the deadbeat. So welcome to all of you. I know this is an unusual time for me to be having a live sale, but I was not this sore on Thursday night, but I definitely was coughing every 5 minutes Thursday night, and there was just no way I would have been able to do a live sale on Thursday night. And so I thought, well, we were doing these work with me's, and there's so many books we got through that I have to look at and decide, are they getting flipped onto eBay and all that. So I was going to do this out there, and then I realized it's like, this is getting up into your ears. You don't want to try standing for however long the sale is going to take. So, hi, Leslie. No, I'm not better. This morning I woke up worse. I thought I was getting better yesterday, but it's a little worse. But I'm on antibiotics, and I've got some heavy duty cough medicine. So, and Mike leaves for work by 3, so he's working second shift. I'm going to go curl up and sleep in his room. It's the south side of the house, nice and warm. And we don't know where any of the kitties are. One gray one is that way in the window. So, okay, yeah. So I kind of think I know where. I think it was Aragorn, but the rest of them have discovered the fact that because Gimli went up there with me, my packing room on the 3rd floor where all the boxes are stored, I couldn't get him out of there. He was going underneath stuff, and I was like, yes, I was just not. So I was in a mood not to deal with that. So I left the door open so he could get back out. But now they've all discovered that it's up there. And I'm sure they're loving the fact that the windows on the front of the house, the windowsill on those attic windows on the 3rd floor, the windowsill in the bedroom is about 10 inches wide. Plenty of room for a cat to sprawl out in the sunshine. So I think they're all up there. So we're going to just not tell them I'm having a sale, because we all know the night I tried to have a live and the kittens weren't locked away in a room, and it caused absolute chaos. Y'all were very entertained with the fact that the lights went out, that they unplugged the lights, that they knocked another light over, they almost knocked the computer over. You guys were all laughing at me, but I was not happy. Not in the least. Yes, that's actually a birdhouse that when I first started my channel, someone sent me a Doctor Who. I can't find my barrettes. Sent me a Doctor Who birdhouse, and of course that is never seeing the outside. That is never seeing the outside. I am doing a sale today, Jeanette. I had to cancel Thursday night sale because I was under the weather. I'm still a bit under the weather. More than a bit, but I'm upright, I'm breathing, I'll take that. That's a good thing. So if you are new to my live sales, I pinned it at the top that you need to make sure you email me and all the usual stuff, your YouTube name, your real name, I almost said regular name, your address, that you do pay the shipping. I do ship through Pirate Ship, so that it is I try to keep the cost down for you. And for those of you who saw the work with me last week, there were some books that are in this sale, and I have the Christmas stuff that I said would be in my next sale. so that we can get this out of here, especially that 2 boxes of icicles. That's what they're calling it, but it's tinsel. I hate tinsel. I also have a house full of kittens. I had the 5 rescue cats. We're up to 5 adoptions falling through. So that's not good. And I just don't want to know what's going to happen if they find that tinsel, if they get into that box. That's no. So that needs to be sold and get it out of my house. Let's just get that out of there. Oh, I also have, where did it go? Where did it go? I don't think it. Oh, I took the Pyrex. I didn't take the Pyrex to Trisha's. I took the Fire King to Trisha's. I realized that I forgot to look up the Pyrex piece. I don't. I put it in the picture. I better not have already sold it. I didn't think I had, but I thought I took that to Trisha's, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. I took it to Trusty Hucksters and it didn't sell. Good. I don't want to make that mistake. Yes, kitties in the tinsel means trouble. They're already enough trouble. Absolutely enough trouble. So we don't need that. They've already discovered things that one of them, and I'm pretty sure it's Aragorn, has discovered that he has a wonderful taste for cup of soup. You know those styrofoam things that have the ramen noodles in them. He will rip that ramen up, the noodles apart, or he will rip the styrofoam apart to get to those noodles. He got up on the kitchen table, then he got up on the shelf. He found them all. He just was a mess, and then I kept hearing crunching one day, and we had a shelf near the stove that had been where the pasta was kept, and there was a bag of egg noodles. Notice I said was. Well, I don't know which one of the little farts ripped it open, but I found Frodo crunching on it and Elrond crunching on them. And while I'm trying to clean it up, they're all fighting with me to grab egg noodles and run away with them. These are hard, not been cooked. You hear crunch, crunch, tinkle, 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 because they all have a little bell on their collar. So you're hearing the little bell as they run into another part of the kitchen. And if I try to get near one to take it away, I get growled at. They were all going nuts over egg noodles. And they were everywhere. I'm sure there's still some under the stove that I didn't manage to get out, because every once in a while they're trying to get their paw under there to get something. But it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. But man, it's never boring with these guys. I got to give them that. It's never boring. So, what? They have a TARDIS advent calendar? Ooh. I didn't know. Oh, that would be awesome. Isn't this cute? It's sterling. And it's just on rat tail cording. You know, that's what they call this, silk cording, but oh, that's as good as that's going to get. This phone never wants to adjust. One of the things that early on, I know Jeffrey and Misty both had emails that you really need to get a camera at some point. And eventually, eventually, that'll happen. So right now, what do? We work with what we've got. What are you? He's moving. Why can't you sleep? Why can't you sleep? Uh-huh. I see the golden eyes over there. Now I know exactly who it is. Aragorn. No, no, no. No, no, don't come this way. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just lay down. Go lay down. They're not supposed to be on my desk. There's a chest of drawers behind my desk, between the desk and the window. Don't ask. What? No, no. I'm going to have to rescue him. If I can. Let's not knock over the Otagiri mug. All right, you brat. It's always you. You're always involved in this. Come here. Come on. Now I have to move the books because... Come here. Come here. Come on. Oh, you fart. You are a fart in a windstorm and just as slippery. No, 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 no. Oh. No, don't do that. You're why I like to lock you in a room. Look out the window. Watch for shadow or some bird or something. As soon as I sit down. Dude, go this way. Come on. Come this way. Over here. Come around. Over this way. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come closer. Don't chew on my light box. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. There we go. Look, you brat. No, you're not going up behind me. Look at those eyes. Do they even show up there? Say hi. His eyes are gold. Not the typical cat yellow, like all the others. His eyes have this gold color to them. Kind of like that tablecloth behind me. Yes, you can't stay. And you can't go up there again. I know, this is all you wanted. You wanted petting, but you have to go. You have to go somewhere else and go lay down. Go on. I swear they like to play the floor is lava because they never want to walk on anything. Don't do it. Don't you come back. No, that's the queen. Leave that alone. There's a little bit of hair from the wig sticking out of the bag. Okay, he's found something else to keep him entertained. Good. So that was Aragorn. Still have him, Frodo, and Arwen. Arwen is his twin. She's the only girl. And they're all still up for adoption. So if you're in the tri-state area of the southeast corner of Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, well, even New Jersey, and you want a kitten, let me know. I'll drive and meet you halfway if I have to. I've lost my pen now. How did I lose my... Oh, my pen went into the box. Well, that's why I have other pens. Ha ha ha. No. What are you doing? No, no. He's sneaking up. Go lay down. No, go lay down. Why can't you go find the others like a good boy? Go lay down. Yep, that's Michael. Go find Michael. Go on, you heard him. Go find Michael. That works with Gimli. It doesn't work with this one. Oh, Leslie, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Thank you. He's listened, the ears are tweaking because we can hear the bed moving up there. Michael's getting up, getting ready for work. Oh. Oh, Leslie, you're a dear, and you didn't have to do that. I know things can be tight where you're for all of us too, and oh, bless your heart. So let's since he seems to be behaving himself, let's get the party started. I see a couple of new names that came in early on. If they're still here, you should. It's a little bit about me and my channel. I have inherited 3 different estates over the years, and when that included 3 storage units. Well, we got rid of all the stuff in there, and I basically got all the little stuff, and I also inherited this house. But when it got down to 1 big storage unit, I got downsized out of a job, so I had to give up the unit. And he's sneaking back in again. What are you doing? Cat butt in the face. It all had to come here. So that's why it's this overstuffed house. As you can tell from the living room behind me, there's boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff behind me all the way to the other end of the living room. Some is stuff we find stuff from my great-grandparents' house, because I grew up knowing the 5 of the 9 of my great-grandparents' children, and one of their daughters had inherited the house, and so I have stuff from them. I have stuff from other great aunts and uncles. A lot of books, not only from my own collection, but I had inherited. The last thing in was a massive book collection that I had inherited, and it's taken me 6 years to work through that. And now the boxes we've been working on lately have been from my own book collection that had gotten packed up when I thought I was moving out and then didn't. So they're all packed, and we've been going through there. Now, some of that is what we've got. I've got a vintage Raggedy Ann Nanny book, a vintage Disney book, an 1899 children's book, as well as some cookbooks, a nice little lot of chocolate cookbooks, and some Christmas stuff. And most of the time I don't shop for stuff because there's plenty here, but I do tend to look for glass, because that is one thing I didn't inherit, and I know the vintage market loves their glass. Aragorn, dear, I have to do this because you like to eat. Yes, you like to eat. So you have to go. Go on, go find Michael. Stop. Get off the packages that are packed. Really? You're going to sit on Yvonne's little tiny package? Really? Go find Michael. I hear footsteps. Go on, go find Michael. Go. They do this to me in turn all through the day. I will have every single one of them at some point come find me. Now, Frodo's already been here. Now I've got Aragorn. Before I go to bed tonight, the 3 others will at some point find me. And sometimes it's 2 at a time, which makes it impossible to do anything, because then you got, it's like you're holding twins. So he's knocking down the giant envelopes I got because I had sold 1960s McCall's magazine, and it turned out those suckers are huge. So I had to get some special size envelopes for some things, which is good because now I've got some and I can sell some of the bigger flat stuff. So let's try to have some fun before he climbs up. How long have I been in this house? I've been here since October of 1965. My parents had the house for 2 years before I was born, and I inherited the house. So they've had it since 63, and there were 6 kids with it, 16-year age spread. I'm the youngest. So it's a big house. But we bought it from the woman it was built for. So we bought it from Sarah Wetherill, who the house was actually built for in 1911, and the 1911 end is great, pretty solid as rock. All the stuff they did in 1935, when you get to what you can't see, the plumbing, the electrical, no insulation in the walls, and ouch, claws, anything where the people building it where she couldn't see, they did as cheap as possible, and that's been the issues we've been having. That and where the two roofs meet has turned into a big leak. It's not easy having a old house, but at the same time, new houses with plasterboard and you can have the same problem. No, get off of me. Hey, I can't do this one-handed, okay? You have to go down. You have to go down and stay down. If I thought catnip would help, I'd dose you up, but you're not Gimli. Gimli and the doctor, give them catnip and they see dragons, you know, but they'll leave you alone for a while. They will leave you alone for a while. All right, so let's do some books to start off. I have a Disney book of That Darn Cat. Yeah, new houses are so incredibly cheaply made, and I will take good hard plaster any day over plasterboard, because I've had my siblings have lights fall from the ceiling, stuff fall off of walls, because it can't seem to hold a nail. And they've all had mold problems. Now, we have a mold problem in my bedroom. It's the only spot where there's any plasterboard in the house surrounding an old chimney. So, and so there's a spot where it has leaked. And of course, now there's mold on the plasterboard. We got some of it off, but not all. Kind of hard because the bed's right there and there's not really enough room to move the bed yet, which I'm sure is not helping me being sick. So, Nancy Smith, icicles? Yeah, it's Bright Star icicles, but it's tinsel. So let's get to this. Nancy Smith, the other Nancy. It's funny, like when I started this channel, I didn't know any other Nancys online, and now there's about 5 of us. So I have That Darn Cat, which was put out to be for the movie from Disney. Now you can see there's an issue on the back cover where it creased. Love the little Siamese there. The spine has one little line, so it wasn't read too much. I mean, you can see it's still pretty tight, and there's a little mark on the spine, but I thought it was a cool movie. The movie, it says 1965 Walt Disney Productions on the back. So if you want it, I think with the cover, with that black cat face, you could even use it for Halloween decoration if you wanted. Just face it out on your bookcase. Or if you just like cat stuff in general, or Disney. So That Darn Cat book is $5. And if I can get this separate, it's $5 number 38. $5 number 38 for That Darn Cat. Okay, so that's Nora. Now remember what you said about how weird it was that it wouldn't let you do the membership on your name you usually use. So because I do have memberships now. I have super chats, I have super thanks, something else, and then I have actual gap memberships. And I have to, I don't think it's happening tonight. I was hoping to do it today. I found a box today in that pile of stuff that came back from Paul's, and it just says Nancy's little stuff. So I think that's going to be the first video that's for the members. The members will see it first because I took a peek, and it's all stuff from out of the front room, and there's quite a few pictures and things in there that are from when I was a teenager. Yeah. So it should be interesting. Now, this is what I call a dip-in book, or well, Michael calls them dip-in books, and I've kind of followed his lead. It's Emerson on Man and God. This is the original dust jacket. It's got some issues to the dust jacket on the corner. It's a Peter Pauper Press book from 1961. Come on. There's some really neat book plate kind of, they almost look like wood cutting images to every little chapter section. They really remind me of that paper that you could put out in the sunlight and put leaves and stuff on it and leave the image. But they are in little chapters, but they basically are just short little blurbs from things like On Self-Reliance, The Creative Act, America and Politics. Funny, I think that was the shortest section in here. On Ralph Waldo Emerson himself. There are 61 pages. And let me find a good one. So like each little page has some little snippet. And it's stuff that he put as thoughts on different things. Let's see, where's a nice, some of them are long. No, I don't want to read the politics one. I do then with my friends as I do with my books. I would have them where I can find them, but I seldom use them. We must have society on our own terms, and admit or exclude it on the slightest cause. I cannot afford to speak much with my friend. If he is great, he makes me so great that I cannot descend to converse. Some of these you go, what? So he was a great philosopher, and boy, did that one just prove it. So this one is Emerson on Man and God. It's a little hardback, and it is, I'll change that. It is $4, number 25. $4, number 25. Put this one over here. And then we have a number primer, which you guys saw at the work with me. Now, primers are usually pretty collectible and expensive, but I found the number ones didn't do as well, but I still think the little illustrations that you find, which are mostly, I admit, mostly in the beginning, are really cute. Leslie, tell him I said hello as well. You know, there's some great little illustrations in these things. And there are some pages with like little marks on them, some foxing. The inside front cover is pretty bad. That's my sister's name. So, did we find the date on this? So the date on this says 1909, which makes me think this was probably from our great aunt and uncles. But I can't figure out why, because it says Mount Pleasant, the proper of Walker Township School District. That's not where any of us lived in my family tree that I know of. So, so if you wanted it to make, you know, junk journaling, you could, hey, Harry, you could use it for that. It does have, you can see there's little threads coming off. So there's a lot of wear to the spine. It's starting to split down the edge here, but it's still it's still a fun book to look at, and you could use it for a lot of crafty stuff. So the number primer is $6 and is number 21. $6, number 21. Harry has a cool channel. He shows you his latest finds that he's found at flea markets. And boy, sometimes he's found some awesome stuff, and he's got an eBay store. Honestly, lately, though, over the summer, you were the king of teacups. Boy, did he find some real beauty teacups, cup and saucer sets over this year. Some absolute beauties. Okay, now this one is going to be an offer up. So, who tried to? Oh, okay. My son tried to text me rather than just stop in the doorway and talk to me. You do like your teacups. Hello, Marianne. So this one is going to be an offer. It is not an original. It is a reprint. But let's see. Let's start this off. And this is the one with the Raggedy Ann and Andy and the camel. So now, you know, it does have this problem right here on the front, and it has some scuffing and wear on the back. It's a lot of wear on the bottom, and there's a piece of tape right over that at the bottom. But boy, the color of the images inside. So the original copyright was 1924, but this says the copyright was renewed in 1951, and then way down here, it has 1960. So the book's 5 years older than me. But look at the illustration colors. They're just still so stunning. Has all the, you know, original artwork. I think we found one page that had a tear. But being that this isn't one of the original ones, the earlier printings, which can be worth way more, this one, if you wanted to use this for art or just have it as inspiration, you certainly could. Well, there's one page, it has a little tear to the text right there. It goes down to the top of the A. I see Val is in for the 5. My sister has the original Raggedy Ann and Andy books that were our mother's. She has those. Cracks me up, though. I mean, because, like, they have the camel and the horse. And the camel's out in the field. He has no clothes on, but the horse has a whole full set of clothes. So they are wonderful. And not every illustration is in color. There are black and white ones as well. But being that this is a newer one, now this is my favorite picture. Do you see why it's my favorite picture? There's a tiny little fairy. Teeny tiny little fairy. My favorite picture. So, and then this one, who's she supposed to be? Oh, she's supposed to be a fairy too, but there aren't no wings on her. And they really, having seen the originals, they really kept true. When they reproduced this, they really kept true to the vibrant colors that are the originals. Yeah, I love fairies too. I collect fairies. And then, like, there is some tape. There's no rip there, but there's a tape mark where something had been taped in. So I just see Val for 5. And as I said, you have no qualms if you want to use this for the artwork and take it apart, because this is a 1960 copy. This is a reprint. This is not one of the 1920s originals. The only way you'd see me saying go ahead and rip it apart if it were a 1920s original is if it was already falling apart. But Raggedy Ann and Andy and the camel with the wrinkled knees. So I just see Val for that one. So, hi, Gritty. We're gonna start calling it. Oh, Aragorn found Gary. I'm so bummed about this shirt. I don't know what I did. Oh, the horror. Only 3? Oh, sorry. I have more. Okay, going once. Going twice. Waiting for it to show up. How come it shows up faster in the laptop than it does on my phone? Usually it's the other way around. All right. Congrats, Val. Thank you, thank you. Now, let's do a couple things in art books. Now, if you see something that you think you feel should be an offer up, you can just put offer in the chat and we'll make it an offer up. So I have this little trinket box from Japan. It is a shibi. Actually, that's probably ashibi. Ah. Really, really, really need to get a picture, a camera. So that's the symbol is like 3 little, it look almost like little rose hips hanging down. I just realized I don't know where my tape measure is, but I have this one. And no, this is not for sale. I know it's worth a lot, but at the moment it's not for sale. One of the few tools that didn't get stolen, it was my great-grandfather, it was my grandfather's. So it is 4.5 by 3.5 by 1.75 inches. Lovely little trinket box. That wonderful orangey red and teal colors on the lid. Pattern goes all the way around the sides. No chips, no cracks. Really in great shape. The Ashibi Japan trinket box. And I looked those up, and it's not a bad price. It is $10, number 52. $10, number 52 for the Ashibi trinket box. Somebody's tapping me. Hey, what are you doing? What? You're back. You want to buy something? You have no money. And you haven't caught a mouse in weeks. So, yes. Look at him, just settling in like he owns me. Hello, Nancy Smith. Yeah? No desk. Don't suck up. You're not staying, Aragorn. Honestly, he's well named because he thinks he's king of everything, and he's so not. He's also a houseboy. We had him outside once on the leash. Absolutely terrified. Absolutely terrified. He was so scared. The tail was between his back legs, underneath his tummy, shaking all over. Look at this suck up. Look at him. Yeah, the eyes. His eyes are gold. They're amazing, the color. Whereas all your siblings have the typical cat yellow. Yeah. You can't stay. I'm working. He doesn't care. Go on. You have to go back. No, no, go back down. Go down. Stay. We're actually working on come and stay with all of them. Because cats can be trained, but boy, it takes a long time and consistency. So, yes, he does love his mommy, but his mommy wants him to be adopted. Okay, so I don't see any takers on that. Let's put that there. I have this little thing. And this won't be very expensive. I pulled it out of my mom's china closet. It had a little candle in it, kind of tall. You see the floral? Now, I'm pretty sure it's a transfer. Let's see if I can put one of these in here. There we go. Now, the odd part is like there's a gap. There's a gap right there to the transfer. It's not, there's no evidence of anything flaking off. It just wasn't there. So it's a cute little thing. Personally, if you want to use it as a brandy snifter, you could. This is how I found it with the little candle in it. So this little floral goblet candle holder is $3 and it's number 20. $3 number 20 for the little floral goblet shaped candle holder. Don't do it. I think he's heading for the window. Yes, he is. He's heading for the window. Good, you found sunlight. Stay there. Okay. Put this back over here. And I have another offer up because I found it's always better to let you all have a chance at the Otagiri mugs, because there seems to be a following of people who collect the Otagiri. This does have it clearly stated on the bottom. It has the original foil sticker as well, which says hand painted Otagiri Japan. And it has a great shape to it, but it's got the anthropomorphic mama kitty cat. Doesn't she look like the mom from Three Little Kittens That Lost Their Mittens? Flopsy, Mopsy, no, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail are the rabbits. But she just looks like, she looks very much to me like a Beatrix Potter cat with the colors and the face. That's just what it reminds me of. So this is an offer. Oh, Nancy Smith for 20. Well, thank you, thank you. That one back up there. Nancy, do I have your information? I don't know. Well, when in doubt, it's always, you just shoot me an email and let me know. And you're lagging. Yeah, there have been a lot of people have been having problems with lagging. I usually go in and I occasionally reset my speed of if I'm on the computer. It's harder to do. You can do it on the settings on the phone too. You can change it to like 0.125 and it'll help catch up. So yeah, because I need I don't know that I have do I have your info of where to ship it and what email, and it's all pinned at the top of what I need you to email me so that you can, so I can get you your shipping cost and And I invoice through PayPal and I use pirate ship to keep the costs down. Dang it. Time for another cough drop. So, let's put the start in for the otagiri. There we go. That's the start for the otagiri cat mug, which is this lovely, and she's dimensional. I mean, she sticks out from the mug, like all of her, not just like her head or these high point of her hands, but even the skirt part sticks out from the side of the mug. So she's this wonderful 3D image and hand painted and absolutely adorable. No chips, no cracks. There's a cat hair down in there. That's free. So it inside looks real good. Any a Takahashi cat? I don't know a Takahashi. Jot form. What is jot form? So, I want to get this open quickly and easily, and it's not cooperating because these are the old cough drops. Always stick to the blasted paper. I know they're old because that used to be in my work apron. So, for the mug, it's a start at $6, and I don't see any takers, so I'm guessing we need to pass on the mug. So we will pass on the kitty. Did that, and let's do some of these other books that we saw during the, put you up here, that we saw on the work with me last weekend. I don't think you saw this first one because I'm pretty sure you didn't see him. Cat fur. Yes, NBK for Nancy Beth Krause. So, but I have a vintage Beetle Bailey book by Tempo Books, distributed by Grosset and Dunlap. It's in pretty good shape on the back. There is a crease here, right there. You can just about see it. It's good, clean copy. I did not find any writing, any tears. Anybody that ever was in the military, especially if they were in the Army, would have a good laugh at this. Good thing to have for a gag gift for somebody for Christmas coming up. Or for any holiday coming up, if you wanted to give it to a veteran in your life. So we have this great Beetle Bailey. Beetle Bailey was a was a comic strip in the Sunday papers, and then it was all about Army life. And so the Beetle Bailey book is $5 and is number 77. $5, number 77. Hi, Happy Days. Did you get snow? Oh, I should show. There is a crease up here on the top corner. Because you're up there in Canada. Now we have some cookbooks. Now let's do the ones that are going to be straight price. So we have a lot of 3. Now These two are put out by the Yankee magazine. This is the main dish church supper cookbook. And honestly, I mean, it's in great shape. It's from 1980. There's no crease on this, and I honestly think, hello, Bonnie. I honestly don't think it was ever used. I love that, like the first page here, there's a basic meatball recipe, and then there's magnificent meatballs. And then there's one that I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I'll mutilate it, but underneath it says Lebanese meatballs. They've got another one, meatballs and green noodles. Meatballs, different sauces for your meatballs. They've got 5 different sauces: cream gravy, mushroom sauce, brown sauce, sour cream sauce, sweet and sour sauce. Sometimes, you know, these old church cookbooks, and they put out tons of them as fundraisers, especially in like the 60s and 70s. But this one was put out by Yankee magazine. And so you get this one. And you get this one, the Great New England, the second annual Great New England Cook-Off Cookbook from Yankee Magazine. Just another little thin one. This one's from 1989. Right? Copyright is 1988. Oh, that was an ad in the back that said 89. But of course, it's got everything: cranberries, lamb, honey, seafood dishes, chicken and turkey, desserts. Nice clean copy, no problems with it at all. And to make a third, I have this from the Harris's Farmer's Almanac. Has household hints from the summer of 1991. Even things like how to remove stains from your old Formica countertops. Everybody went to marble or granite, but some of us still have old Formica. It's got all kinds of little things from the garden center through all kinds of other stuff. How to make wallpaper washable. Good luck with that. The cats are shredding my wallpaper, you little stinkers. Wrinkle-free shears, all kinds of stuff from ironing to gardening to fix up food flubs, including when you've burnt the pizza. And there's 3 pages that have a crease where it folded in like that. So you get all 3 of these. You get all 3 of these for $6. And it's number 74. $6, number 74 for this lot. It's the I keep wanting to call it the New England Yankee, but it's Yankee Magazine. You're climbing on my back again. You guys see the tail behind me? Okay, so $6 for that lot, number 74. Are you serious? He has wedged himself behind my shoulders, which is pushing me forward, which hurts my back, you little stinker, and has just laid down. He's never done that before. This is new. This is definitely new. The next batch I have has the Kahlua, because I already have this one, so I don't need a second one. It's Kahlua recipes, and that is a cookbook. It's not a drink book. It's a cookbook, and with it is the Silver Palette pantry recipes. Silver Palette cookbooks are well known, and but this little one, I couldn't find any kind of comps for, because it's cooking with condiments. So it's got recipes in here that tell you how to make some of them, like how to make a lemon mustard sauce, chutneys, what you could do with them, barbecues, purees, 3 to 10. Okay, so 10 different kinds of vinaigrette. There's at least 4 different kinds of mustards. All stuff you can make using the condiments in your kitchen. So you get the Kahlua, you get the Silver Palette Condiment Cookbook, and you get the Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk delicious desserts made easy. So you get all, hi Lou. You get all of these. This is from 1981. So they're all from the early 80s. They were all part of that massive book collection. So for this lot, it's $6 for all 3, and it's number 18. Lou, what are you doing? What are you doing, Lou? What's the 49 for? Yes, I do appreciate all the thumbs up. I definitely appreciate that. You know, dude, I can't move that well now because you're behind me. Well, you know what? Let's put this underneath because that hasn't sold. Oh, on Amazon. Is that somebody's asking price? Because when I looked it up for comps on eBay, it wasn't. The cookbook itself, like the big cookbook, was better. So, oh, Mary's on right now. And it's 3 o'clock, so Jan has probably started. And I see Nancy's email. Thank you. Now, this one is an offer up. This is a nice vintage one. Judging from the hairstyle, the kitchen utensils, the look of that stove, this is quite likely 1930s. I could not find this particular one. We also could not find a date on this when we were trying. When we found it. Yeah, the graphics. Wait till you see the lithographs inside this. This one is an offer up. Let me get in here. Calumet. We're gonna start low. Now you can see there's a little bit of mark there on the cover. A little bit of wear on the spine, and then like the bottom inch here is split. Hello, Mary. Now, inside, there's these wonderful lithographs. And then there's every section, every chapter has these great graphics. But there's a bunch of gorgeous, like this is for the meat pie section. I want that holder. Isn't that awesome? That's a very early, you know, kind of holder. That would have had like Bakelite handles to it. Hello, Mary Dugan. And look at this little kid. This little kid shows up. He must have been their mascot at the time. He's even hiding on the front cover. He shows up all through this. I mean, look at these. You could just about eat that. Aren't they gorgeous? $19.18. Well, that would explain. Now, there are a couple pages where I found like this, where somebody had folded down a corner. So they must have been making something. It even has a meat chart, which tells you the name of the cut, the water content, the protein, the fat content, the carbohydrate, the calories, the comparative cost. The only thing that got me was I couldn't find a real date other than there's a page that says meets every baking requirement. And I didn't see this before. I'm just now seeing this. And it says September 20th, 1921 on this article inside. But yeah, I mean, look at these. Gorgeous, gorgeous graphics. And $6 is an absolute steal. Now, in the center, you'll love this. The very center of the book starts with this article about Mrs. Farley, who started off, she started off selling baking powder and how she eventually became their top salesperson and then took over the company. And then you've got like the whole history. Look at these graphics. You have the whole history in there of things that they did, how they modernized the equipment. This is the center, which is the actual original plant. And even like they have a registered nurse on duty for the workers of the plant. So that was pretty cool to have that history in there. But like I said, look at just so adorable. And I don't see anyone in. Oh, there's Marilyn. Hello. And look, I mean, there's that little kid again. So he must have been the mascot at the time, because he's hiding in there. So I see Marilyn in for 6. This is the inside back cover. There's a little kid with a dog. And it's a good, clean copy inside. There's a few pages in the front that have the corner creased up. There's 1, 2, 3. And I mean, these pictures they look almost like photographs. They're so good. So I just see Maryland for 6. So I'm going to start to call it. And Marilyn, I see you have gotten a first membership. You've got your little star. Thank you very much. Everything from the memberships, buy me a tea, any super chats, any of all that stuff, that all goes directly to feeding the 3 kittens until we get them out of here. Mike pays for the food for the 2 we're keeping for food and litter, and then any excess is going set aside for the roof to get that fixed. And sold to Marilyn. Thank you, Marilyn. Tuck that over here. You're falling down behind me, dude. Now, the other offer up I have is an offer up of 3 chocolate cookbooks. All of them hardbacks. These are going to start. This is going to start at 8. Now you will get all 3 of these hardbacks. We're going to start with the smallest one. This is roughly 4 by maybe 6. The Little Kitchen Collection Recipes include black and white chocolate terrine, brown layered cream cake, white chocolate ice cream, chocolate truffles, chocolate sauces. It is from 1992. The number line ends in a 1, so it's quite possible. And it does say it's a first edition in there. Has lovely little illustrations, very reminiscent of what we just saw. There's not a mark or anything in there. It actually comes with the original. We used to have to get these anytime a new book came out. Some books came with little bookmarks that went with the book, and this has a little bookmark that advertises the book in with it. Chocolate velvet mousse. So you get this one, and you get the Bantam Library of Culinary Arts, a chocolate lover's guide to complete indulgence. Another chocolate cookbook. This one's a little bit bigger, and this one's probably 5 by 7. This one also, I love the marble end papers. You know, I mean, at the holidays, there are always all these little gift books that come out. This one is from 1990. Again, no marks, no chips, no chips, no cracks, but no marks, no creased pages, in phenomenal shape. You get this one as well. This one shows you how to make chocolate confections, how to process it, even gives you a background of the cocoa tree, of where it all comes from. So you get this little one as well, and then you get the big one. This alone is worth more than the $8. The Joy of Chocolate. This is a big one. Full-size cookbook by Judith Olney. This is from, the copyright says 1982. The number line says this was the 10th printing. So it's probably from the 90s. I always like the Chocolate Bumble one because I always think the name is kind of funny. But it's got great photos. And all kinds of recipes. So you get all 3 cookbooks that are all chocolate. The holidays are coming up. Snowball pie is the one that cracks me up. Mississippi mud pie, chocolate toffee sauce. The whole back has a bunch of different sauces. Looking for how many pages. There's 182 pages in this one. So you get The Joy of Chocolate. You get the Culinary Arts book of chocolate. And then you get the little kitchen collection of chocolate. You ain't finding love in my house. Go away. Go away. And we'll remove that one too. And we'll hide the user. There we go. There we go. So you get all 3 of these, and this offer up, and the start was $8. And before we got so rudely interrupted by somebody that was bored out of their minds, probably a bot. And I see no one for those, so we will pass on those. That's all right. And now we have, I did those 2. Yeah, I know you're back there. You're really making my back hurt, dude. All right, we're gonna sit that aside. Let's do some Christmas stuff. I'm trying to reach the icicles, and he's falling further down in the chair. So this one is still sealed. And this one, it looks like it popped open, but I've never opened it to use it. Now, made by Bright Star Manufacturing Company in Philadelphia, American-made icicles. But I don't have any way to see a date anywhere on these. They were taken out of the attic, so it's been a while. Oh, no, Tippy Winks, I have not made them yet. When I do the fabric and the quilt scrap bags, you will see an ad for a fabric-only sale. So keep an eye out for that. With me getting sick, I just didn't deal with any of the fabric. I was trying to get through a lot of the books that we had pulled out. So no, I haven't done the fabric sale yet. So just keep watching, Christy. There will be one. So the icicles are going to be $5. $5, number 69. I'm guessing that, you know, these are probably from the 90s when 90s or early 2000s when my mom was still alive, because I would never have bought these in a million years because I don't like tinsel. It's a mess. It's like glitter. It gets everywhere. So I'm guessing that these are from at least before 2004. Was that the right date? When did she pass away? It's been 15 and a half years, so, or 16 years. 16 years now. God. Doesn't seem like that long, but then in other ways it seems like longer. So it was $5 for these, number 69. Oh, clunk. I have a little lunchbox tin that is Santa. It's Santa on both sides. Nice little design all the way around. You can even use it this way as a riser with all this green and red and white stripes, or have him that way. It's no rust or anything inside. I thought I got all the crumbs out of there, but I see one corner where I missed it, so the crumbs will not be included. I will clean that out for you. It is, no, not that side. That side's 20 inches, this side. So he's 5.5. He's 5.5 by 4. Great little thing. And if you wanted to, you really could put a miniature assemblage inside there. And that way, then you just close it up to put it away. And when you want to have it open, you could have the assemblage inside. So he is just so the Santa mini lunchbox is just $5. He's number 13. $5, number 13. Now, I have, oh yeah, she got him too? Oh. Now this is Christmas tree in a box. It has everything you need. It has little paper ornaments. It has all the parts, because this is your stand, your trunk. And then inside you have all these pieces. Well, it goes that way, that slot into it and make up the tree. I am not pulling any more out of there because I want to make sure it stays all nice and flat for you. We've had this for a couple of years. I've only ever had it out one time. So this is from my own Christmas collection, and I thought I'd pass along the fun. It's still in the original box. The original box still has the label around, and and Leslie, you and I could definitely work something out. So, considering you're my sister, yeah, it is. It's an awesome project with the kids. It's from 2007, and but you know, like I said, we did it once and then never did it again. And oh, you want the Santa, the little lunchbox tin, Leslie? You're my sister. We'll work something out. Okay, I'll put you down for the little Santa lunchbox. I know you don't have PayPal. You can pay for stuff through PayPal without having a PayPal account. You pay as guest, but you do it through a credit card. So so the paper tree kit. The paper tree kit is $8. $8, number 67 for the Christmas tree in a box. $8, number 67. So, oh, there's my pen that I was looking for. Get that to lay down. Okay. And I have the last Christmas thing here is, now this is vintage. This is, you know, in the late 70s, early 80s, they were making these plastic cookie boxes, and you can see from the inside of the lid, this is dimensional. This is in fantastic shape. Now, the way you can tell the older ones from the reproductions that are showing up in the dollar stores is the thickness. The ones in the dollar store are so thin that they break pretty much the first time you use them. Oh, here comes another one. Hello, Frodo. This is poinsettia, however you want to say it. I grew up in Delco. It's poinsettia. This is going to be an offer, and we're going to start it at $6. Ow, ow, ow. That's claws, dude. That's claws. No claws. Okay, we're going to start this at $6. This is a big one. And as I said, it is nice and thick. It's not that paper thin plastic that they have in the dollar stores. This is a vintage one. I remember my grandmother had a stack of these in the attic. She would buy them at the end when it's the holidays, when they'd go on sale, and she'd make cookies and give them to all the ladies in her Eastern Star. She'd have me up there helping her decorate them, make them cookies and fudge. And this one is in beautiful, beautiful shape. There's no scratches or anything to the bottom. I honestly think this one was one of the ones bought and never used. And there's even, and I don't think you'll be able to see it. If I can get the light right. So like inside here, it follows through on the outside, but even the bottom is textured. So there's all these little ridges on this pattern all the way around. And it's nice and flat this way. So if you wanted to use it as a riser for some little display of, say, bottle brush trees, you could do that and then prop this up somewhere else as decorations. Can you imagine a nice little scene with like a couple of bottle brush trees and those little metal people, you know, on top of this as a riser? Would look so adorable. Absolutely adorable. I see Happy Days is in for 6. And as you can see, I mean, you know, Trisha always says, you know, it's the size of my head. This is bigger than my head. This is way bigger than my head. This thing is a big one. And the lid does snap securely on. I'm trying to be careful with it because there's little indents all the way around it that just snap down. But definitely a great, great vintage find. Very 1970s. Really, really cool. It's so cool to find it. No cracks to it. It's perfect. It's so super clean. There's no fading. I just love that the top's all dimensional with it. All this is all raised up. I see Happy Days for 6. And I see another kitty. What do you think you're doing? Hey, ho, ho, ho. Come on, Frodo. Come on. You're causing trouble. You are not supposed to be on that basket. Oh, and there he goes. He's probably heading for the window. Get your foot out of my necklace, Frodo. You also need a home. Look, here we go. Lays right down. Yeah, you. I'm talking about you. I am talking about you completely. Little mama's boy. You need somebody who's quiet in like an apartment or an elderly person because you would be on their lap all the time. And now he moved because I had to fidget to get you. So you need to go. Go lay down. Go lay down in Michael's room, the pair of you. Come on. Come on. Passing through. The floor is not lava. No desk. No, the floor is not lava. You don't need to climb across everything. Honestly, they swear they think they play that game constantly. They will never walk on the floor if they don't have to. So anyway, I see Happy Days is honestly, if money were no issue, I'd keep them, but money's an issue. They eat a lot. And their litter is a lot. And I got, you know, I got a lot to do here, and trying to do it with 5 kittens is like trying to do work with 5 toddlers. It takes you 5 times as long. So I just see Happy Days, so I'm going to start calling it for this wonderful, wonderful plastic vintage cookie box. I mean, I can't really call it a cookie tin, can I? You know, it's just such a great piece. I did think hard about offering this. I really did. I almost kept it, and I'm like, I have so much stuff. So 6 hours away, huh? Well, I've been known to drive 3 hours north of here for Boy Scout summer camp. Maybe we can meet in the middle, Val. Oh, don't think I would not do that. I definitely would do that. Meet in the middle, drive 3 hours to find him a home. So, all right. So let's get this called. Oh, I didn't hit enter, did I? No, I didn't. I hit something else. Oh, there it is. Going twice. If you can tell I'm getting tired, I'm not remembering to hit enter. Okay. Sold to Happy Days for 6. Congratulations. So I have, I do have the Chatterbox that we all looked at. You can tell I'm getting tired. My brain is going. This is going to be a short sale. I got 2 more things. This and glass. This is from 1899. And the cover on the front has this great lithograph. Spine doesn't look too bad, but the back shows a lot of damage. Now, there's no smell, no musty smell at all. But it's full of images that are, most of them are etching images. And then the beginning of every story or little tale, there's a great stylized. Now, there are some pages like this one. This one has some damage because it's stuck to the lithograph. Now, I had gotten some stuff that Misty had recommended that separates this. And I don't know what I did with it, because you can use it to lift paper off of paper without damaging the paper. So you can get stuff off like that. I'm still trying to figure out where I put it. I put it somewhere to keep it away from the kittens and then lost it. So if I find it again, I will fix that particular page because it's a neat snow scene. Now, some of the pictures are color plates, but there's so many stories. I think when we found this book, one of the things I told you about was there was a story on how to photograph a porcupine. Sorry about that. And you know what? I'll be right back. Time to take care of something. Come on now, get away from my feet. You don't need to be at my feet. You need to be out of my way. Oh. Okay, I'm back. Oh. Oh yeah. There's never just one sneeze, right? Never just one. So now The first couple of pages, like page 1 and 2, are loose, but they are there. They are loose, but they are there. Look at that. Stunning front page. Isn't that gorgeous? And it has the gold edges to the spine, even on the bottom. There's gold edges to the spine, to the book pages. And Chatterbox, though, I find them a lot of fun to read just because of the articles. They usually were, as near as I can tell, Chatterbox was put out as really one of the first Victorian books for children that has all kinds of things in it. It has puzzlers in it. It has history stories in it. Some of the things, like there's a series called The Boys of Cortland Abbey, which shows up periodically in this. There it is. There's the other page that was damaged, where the corner came off, but the pieces are in there. So I'm leaving them for you. And they are great fun to read. I have read this one. And so I am sending this one on its merry way. And the Chatterbox book from 1899 and is going to be $12. $12, number 83 for the 1899 Chatterbox. $12, number 83. And I don't see anyone for that. And the last thing I have, I wasn't able to comp because I couldn't identify it. It's a pair. So this is definitely the little sugar bowl. And then this is what? A toothpick holder? I mean, it's not the creamer, and it's not made to have a lid because it's got little teeth. See? So, I mean, look, it's got little teeth around it. Now, it is just slightly sun-kissed. Old glass has, what is it, magnesium in the glass that actually starts to turn lavender. Well, this isn't lavender yet. But when it's in front of something white, it's so pale, I don't think you'll be able to see it. It almost has like a slight graying, like a silvery color to it. So it's just starting to have been that violet sun-kissed. But I don't know who made the set. They do match. It is the same pattern. There's no chips. There's no cracks that I found. Let me make sure on these teeth. Well, I feel something there, but it doesn't look like there's anything there. This is honestly, Michael from the Cult of Vintage is absolutely right. The best way with some of these things is to feel it. Okay, and I could feel another one. Oh, okay. So there is another one I could feel on this side, but you can't see it from the front. But if you look at it from the back, you can see a tiny little flea bite on that one, on the open one. And on this one, I didn't find anything. I'll run my hand over it. Okay. There is some roughness on the outer edge. Let's see if I can see one little flea bite there. I could feel one here. I could see one there and one on the inside here and one on the outside here, little flea bite. And I can feel a rough edge, but I'm not seeing any other flea bites on that. You know, I use stevia and I haven't found it yet, but I know we have a small willow pattern cream sugar bowl, and I want to find that because I want to use that for my stevia. You know what would be good is if you have the little packets, they would fit nicely in this one, and then have this for the regular sugar. So it's a nice little set. I know my mom had it for years on the windowsill of the dining room, but it's on the north side of the house, which has always had trees covering it, which is why it has not completely turned to violet. But it is a lovely little pair. It is cut glass. I don't think it's molded, though it could be. But where? Because it's not as sharp as true cut glass would be. Even the bottom has a pattern on it. Same here. I mean, there's this wonderful pattern on the bottom. It must be molded because otherwise, you can feel it when everywhere is kind of sharp when it's cut glass. So, but I love that this comes out like a little heart. Can you see the little heart here and here? It's hard to get it to show. No, just one. It's hard to see it. It kind of looks like a ladybug too. Like if these were the wings and then that was open, if it had little dealy boppers, you'd almost have a ladybug. But it does look like a little heart on that one. And then on this one, it does too, but it's much bigger. It's wider on this one. You have all these little dots and bumps and then the slit. And it does come to a point down here. So it is a lovely pair of, well, let's just say it's a pair of sugar bowls. One with a lid and one without. Great little pair, and it's $8 for the pair. $8 for the pair, number 41. $8, number 41. Oh, sorry, the coughing is coming back. Well, you know, I do wonder. I mean, I know she had a child's tea set, and maybe it could have been because they are quite small. But I don't know what her child's tea set would have been. My mom was from my mother was born in 1929, so a lot of the stuff we find that was hers as a kid, it's usually gone. Most of it was gone. And I see Val. Thank you. Thank you for that. And we'll do a quick. Oh, you know what? I didn't put the Pyrex up. Now, let's put this up, but this is going to be pricey because for what my sales are. This is pink gooseberry. It is in fantastic condition. You can still feel all the raised up of the images. There's no spots on these images where they are, go away, stop texting me. There's no spot on these images where there's anywhere it's worn off. They're all nice and shiny. The inside is super shiny. Can you see that reflection? There's not a scratch inside this. I don't believe it was ever used. Now, I'm told that when they have these little pourer spouts, which is usually found on the mixing bowls, this is not the mixing bowl. This is the casserole dish. This is the Pyrex 1.5 pint Pyrex made in the USA. So the flat ones are usually casserole dishes. I do not have any lid for this, but it is in fantastic shape. And I had it on when I was a guest on Trust the Huckster, and there were no takers. And if there's no takers today, I will probably put it up on to eBay because it's fabulous. It's flawless. And you just don't find it with no scratches. You just don't. So the Pyrex Gooseberry. It's Pyrex Gooseberry in pink, and they call it Cinderella because of these pourer handles, which are usually found on the mixing bowls. But so for on my channel, for you guys, it is $20. $20 for this in excellent condition, and it's number 12. $20, number 12. And if it doesn't go today, I am definitely going to get this up on eBay when I wake up. And so, yeah, usually they're put in the dishwasher, and then what happens is the decals lose. Hi, Tammy. The decals lose their shine, so they get like a matte finish instead of a glossy finish, and from the dishwasher soap. And hello, Tammy. I haven't come across you in a long while, darling. Please make sure you email me your information. I have a comment pinned at the top so you can catch my email and what I need. And then my email's also right there in the corner. Thank you very much. So let's do before the cough medicine wears out completely. And let's do a quick run through of what didn't. We'll start with, we had some books earlier. So we have this Emerson on Man and God, which was $4, number 25, nice little hardback. If you like Ralph Waldo Emerson, it's all little snippets of thoughts of his that he had put together. That was $4. We have an early number primer from 1909. It does have, this is the front end paper, has a lot of marks. We found, what, 2 pages or 3 that had the corners creased up, but did not find any writing or anything other than what's in the front here, my sister's name up there. But we have this vintage primer, which was $6 and was number 21. We had that. We had we have the Beetle Bailey book for anybody who has ever had to deal with Army life. A lot of this stuff still holds true today. If you wanted this as a gag gift for someone in your life for the holidays, now there is the crease at the corner. There is a little piece missing to the back cover, but this is, where'd it go? It is $5 for the vintage Beetle Bailey book, and it is number 77. Tammy, it's been such a while that I'd actually prefer you to send it just so I make sure that it's up to date. I was taking everybody's email and archiving it in Yahoo, and then found out that, or archiving it in my emails, and found out that after so many months, they don't keep your archive. They still delete them. So I might not still have your info, but I will try. Where is the Ashibi Japan? And its number. Oh, its number is in it. So we have this wonderful Shibi porcelain made in Japan trinket box in the reddish orange and teal. Lovely little trinket box in great shape, no chips, no cracks, nice little size. And this was $10, number 52. $10, number 52, made by Shibi in Japan. That. We sold the floral goblet. We have the Otagiri Mama Cat mug. It is a dimensional 3D hand painted. It does still have the original Otagiri sticker as well as Otagiri embossed into the bottom. And this had been an offer up that was starting at $6. So we have to give it a number now, because we didn't have any takers. And it is going to be $6, number 39, for the Mama Kitty. She really does remind me of like Beatrix Potter kind of look. She's so cute. And we had the Calumet cookbook. We have the, where did I, oh, don't you dare. Oh my, the box with all the Christmas stuff decided to try to take a header. Okay, where were we? We have the two cookbooks and helpful hints. The helpful hints is from the Harris's Farmer's Almanac, circa 1991. And these are also from the 90s. They are from Yankee Magazine, the Great New England Cook-Off Cookbook, which is their second annual one, and the Yankees Main Dish Church Supper Cookbook. These are $6 for the lot of 3 and was number 74. And then we have another lot of 3 1990s, and I think one of these was the 80s, wasn't it? We have another lot that is from Eagle Brand. Eagle Brand desserts made, delicious desserts made easy. With, and you had to send away and get this mailed to you, this particular one. So you have this one from Borden. You have this one from the Silver Palette, which is a brand name of cookbooks, but this is not their full-size cookbook. The Silver Palette, this is their cooking with condiments, so it's a much smaller little one. You have that one with it, and then you get the Kahlua cookbook. You get all 3 of these. These are $6 for the 3 of them. That's only $2 a piece. Number 18. Now we had the chocolate cookbook lot, which was an offer up, but there were no takers. You get 3 little hardback books, one not so little actually. So you have 2 little ones. You have this one from the Little Kitchen Collection, one of those wonderful little gift book kind of stocking stuffer books, all full of great things like chocolate truffles, brownie layered cream cake, chocolate fudge pie. You also have this one. All of these are in excellent shape. This is the Chocolate Bantam Library of Culinary Arts, the Chocolate Lovers Guide and Complete Indulgence. What a title. This one gives you some history of chocolate as well as different dessert recipes and a couple of drink recipes. So there's a couple of recipes in that one as well. And then there's this bigger one, which is a full-size cookbook, The Joy of Chocolate by Judith Olney. And it's just a fantastic book of, how many pages did we say? 182 pages full of wonderful chocolate goodness. So you get all 3 of these. With the holidays coming up, I can't believe, and it's chocolate, that these didn't go during the offer up. But these were, I need to give them a number, not that number's taken. Get a new card. Come out, wherever you are. Okay, so these would be $8 for the lot of 3. Number 19, $8 for these 3 chocolate cookbook hardbacks. And it's number 19. We'll put you in here and keep you from sliding around. That's sold. And of course we have the, I think, late 90s, early 2000, the aughts, I think. One does look like it popped open. They've never been used. They ain't never going to be used in my house. But we have vintage, they call them icicles. We all know it's tinsel. We all know that with 5 kittens still in my house, there's no way on God's green earth I'm putting tinsel in this house. So, these are $5 for the 2 of them, and it was number 69. $5, number 69. They were made by Bright Star right here in Philadelphia area. Actually, it says they were manufactured in Philadelphia. And we still have the paper tree kit. There were no takers on the paper tree kit. This was only ever put together once, and I can't keep everything. It is Christmas tree in a box. There we go. Makes this wonderful tabletop tree. It's all out of paper. Everything you need is in there. All of the ornaments that you add on are in a little bag. This is the trunk. Behind there, you see all the parts you need to make the tree. We used it once, just once, and haven't since then. So we decided that this is from my own Christmas stash of Michael and I's. It still has the label that's wrapped around the box, because you can, I'm not gonna take it off, but the all around the box has this same striping, so you could even use the box as a riser. And let's finish this part here. Get back into there. The paper tree kit is $8 and number 67. $8, number 67. Now the jadeite bowl. That was the tulip tray. Yeah, I can put the, if you would like the jadeite bowl, that was from when I was on Trisha's. And yes, you can. It was $20. Yeah, I could put you down for that, Tammy. If you ever see anything in a previous video, don't hesitate to shoot me an email to see if I still have it here. Actually, it was last month, because I had it on the Halloween weekend when I was on Sandy and Otto. I was on her sale, and I had the jadeite bowl because it's a Fire King swirl pattern, and surprisingly, we had no takers, which even Trisha was surprised at that one. So yeah, by all means, I have you down for that, Tammy. Congratulations. And yeah, it's still sitting back there. So what else did we need? You had already seen the chatterbox. We'd already seen that. Paper tree kit was pretty much the last thing to do a review. So if any of you are watching at home on the replay, anything you saw that you would like or interested in and didn't sell, by all means, shoot me an email. My email's right there in the corner. No, the TARDIS is not for sale. And I want to thank those of you who have become members, because I do have basic membership started on my channel. Basic level is $1.99 a month, and it gives you some special owl emojis. And then the next level up is Fairy Realm, which I have to make a video for. I had to talk to Trisha, because what I want to do for the Fairy Realm is what she does for her next level up, where they get 24 hours advance notice of the drop sales. And so that will be on there, and possibly a few short videos that are just for them to see behind the scenes, or maybe do it as a live. We all know I'm technology challenged, so it's going to take me a little bit to figure it out. I was really hoping that the Fairy Realm, when I set up the second level, was going to give me more emojis, because I actually have fairy emojis just waiting to be used. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for your sales. It certainly helps me out, helps me unstuff the house. And I'm looking forward to getting back on schedule. This Thursday should be another live for me. I better be healthy by then, or I'm going to be a very ticked off woman. But I'm just worried because the coughing hurts. That's not a good sign. Having had pneumonia 5 times in my life and had 2 different kinds of pneumonia, I'm not happy that it hurts when I cough. So yeah, I'm trying to take care. So you guys have a good night. You will all get an invoice sometime in the course of the week, because for right now, I am going to get some hot broth, and I'm going to go take a nap, because Michael's out and his room's warmer, and I can just stay in there. He also has a queen size bed, so if the kittens all find me, it doesn't matter. They spread out on the bed, but my bed's a twin. When you suddenly have 5 kittens trying to snuggle up to you, there's no room, which is another reason why I'm going to go sleep in Michael's room. So so have a good night, guys. I will hope to see you for a live next Thursday. And then we'll do the following Sunday will be another live work with me, where we go through boxes and see what we've got. And I haven't forgotten that I do want to try to have a fabric sale, but watch for that. I will, because that's going to take some doing, because I have to measure everything. All right. So you all have a good week. I know for me, it's going to be a chilly week. We're due to get our first frost tonight. Oh, that's a good point. We're due to get our first frost tonight. I should walk next door to the neighbor's yard and pull whatever is in the garden out of the garden. So, all right. You guys have a great week, and I hope to see some of you Thursday night. And if not, I'll see you at 2 o'clock next week for a live work with me, and we keep going through boxes and see what we find. Bye.